So some people have asked why I was locked in my bedroom, but not my siblings. And I'm going to try to answer a little bit of that. It's complicated. And of course, there's no good reason to ever lock a kid inside their room. So I was considered non-compliant. I asked too many questions and demanded an education beyond grade 8, which was completely forbidden. I really wanted an education. I wanted nothing to do with my dad, nor of being Holdeman Mennonite, and I made that exceptionally clear that I didn't want to be one of them. I was just considered bad, and my siblings weren't. They weren't doing those things. They weren't saying those things. I also wanted a boyfriend. I wanted to date, and dating was completely forbidden in the Holdeman Mennonites, even among their own. There's no forms of dating or courtship allowed at all. I also used to sometimes go out my window at night, especially after really bad things had happened. My dad at this point was treating me much like one would a wife, even though I was his kid. And so there were plenty of times after instances like that that I would go out the window and go take a walk and then return. Lots of teenagers sneak out anyways. It's not considered unusual. But to my dad, it was having a lack of control, and his primary goal was to have the absolute most control and power over me specifically that he possibly could, because I was his property. He had told me this from the time I was very young. He owned me. When I first began being locked in, it wasn't all the time. It was at first at night, and then sometimes also during the day, and then it didn't become all the time until I was roughly 17 or so. I don't know the exact amount of time I spent locked in that room all the time. Like the timeline just kind of seems to blur. I'm finding this video really hard to make. It's okay, I'm almost done though, so let's just get through this. Okay, you know what, maybe I should just end it right here. Let's just go ahead and end it. And thank you so much for listening. If you want to know a lot more information, so much more detail, you can always check out my memoir. It's titled Beat: My Journey Through Abuse in the Holdeman Mennonites. It's on Amazon in paperback and ebook, also Kindle Unlimited and Audible. But I do talk about it on here. It's just you're not going to get the same amount of detail. For one thing, TikTok would not like it at all, and for another, it's very difficult for me to go into all the details. But thank you so much for taking the time to listen.